Hello, and welcome to the box room. David Bradley here. I was out today, and yes, even though this is a McDonald's bag, it isn't what I got. I gathered up some papers from the car, but I got some other things. For example, I went into Sayal Electronics, which I'm getting less and less enamored with. I really am. It seems that their collection of sockets just keeps getting like they've got all these things hanging up on the board. But when I remember first going there, it was like there was two whole sections of sockets, and now it's down to a tiny little thing, just as deep, but much anyway. So really, there don't. So I will be, and I have looked into other options, but right now I needed to get a couple sockets. But firstly, also they used to have this wonderful de-soldering iron, and of course, once in a while you need to change the tips. And I did get some spares, but I always look and see. There they are, the tips. I always look and see if they have more, which is good because really the iron should probably be okay. It's the tips that get like kind of worn and jagged. So anyway, they had four, so I got the four. That isn't why I went there. I just went to look at the things. Now the other thing, I think that's the end of that, and that can be recycled. Not, there's nothing. Well, I already reused it. Now I can recycle it. Anyway, I got one socket. This is basically, I refer to it as the shark tooth. It's really, really like, it's got really strong pins and round holes, and it'll be magical. Because, of course, if you've been watching, I ripped accidentally a trace on a board when I was unsocketing a 40-pin chip. And I figure when I do sort all that out, this will be the socket that goes back in. Because I've got to figure out now, where does the trace go? How far does it go? Does that thing also go through to the bottom of the board? Is there something down there? Anyway, I figure if I'm going to have to be diddling around with little wires and doing stuff, that this socket is better. The other thing I got was, of course, just two normal 40-pin sockets. Now, I will not go back there again for such things. I'll keep checking in for some stuff. I mean, they've got lots and lots of stuff. If you're around Toronto, I mean, it's a dangerous place to go if you're just like, oh, gee, let's go look for cool stuff. But more and more, for we who do these repairs and tinkering and stuff, it's not the place. And I will be, I've already found more sockets and things online, but they're going to be here in a while. I want to get onto this, so I went and got these. And yeah, I think I will follow Rudy's Retro Intel advice, and look actively online for a variety of things that I might need. And as he says, you probably end up ordering things from, more than one place. It just depends. Because some people, they may have the connector that goes on the user port of the 64 for a really reasonable price, but other things are not. Or, um, anyway. So, that went well. It did. I have not yet put the, I haven't replaced the sockets in the 64. Sorry, the 1571 and the 1571. I haven't done that. So what I was doing when things went bad, just looking, what is that shadow? Yes, I was taking a chip out of a 1571, but in order to test it, I had to take the chip out of my 1571, which I did, and that went fine. It was when the other one was going in, that's when things didn't go fine, and the trace got ripped. Anyway, so what I need to do, you put a socket into my board, and here's the thing, Riddle. I don't even know if that was the problem chip. I hope it was. Oh, I hope it was. And it's one of those things where if you turn on a 1571 and the light comes on and the drive spins and the head doesn't move, I think there's 8 possibilities of what it could be. And the only way to really check is to change the tip. There may be a way with a scope and other things, I don't know. But anyway, I have done now another one. And then, of course, the trace ripped. I was being so careful. Very annoying. Anyway, it will be fine. What I'd like to think is I will put... I'm a little tired. I'll put a socket into my board, and then I can test to see, is the chip, it's a 40-pin chip, is it the culprit? And if it is, that's good. At least I know. And then I can set about figuring out the trace, figuring out whatever wiring or whatever needs to be done to make it okay, and then see, okay, is there another failure? I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Anyway. Now, another thing I did manage to pick up today. Da-da-da. Ooh, look, it's a little case. And what would be in such a little case? Well, surprise, surprise. It is a Commodore calculator. Ah, maybe it's best like that. Maybe, hang on. Maybe it's best seen like that. Now, this is a 9190R. Attempted repair by unauthorized persons voids the warranty. Commodore, made in England. Now, this, hopefully it does not have a battery. It does have, oh, wait a second here. It has the little book, and it also has, oh, it's even got the price thing, or some kind of price thing in here. Maybe that's for the batteries. Yeah. Japan camera, Cloverdale Mall. A receipt from 1990. I suspect it was for batteries. $3.99, $3.99, and tax. Indeed. So in here is the multifunction programmed rechargeable scientific notation calculator book. It is. It's a little bent. That might be able to be fixed, but maybe not. Maybe I'll put it in the other way. And also here is a little thing. Silver oxide battery. Silver oxide battery for hearing aid, calculators, IC lighters, and other electronic applications. Silva cell. I will have to check on that and see. Oh, what is this thing? Oh, okay, it's a little carrying thing. Okay, I'm going to put the book back in with great care and reverence. Maybe the thing is bent because it really doesn't fit in here very well. This does not look like it's a Commodore case. Blasphemy. You know what? I'll turn it over. I'll just turn it over. It's happy that way. It is happy. And I'll put in the original receipt. I'll put that in there. I wonder. It looks like it should have a recharger of some sort. There are a couple of screws here. I don't know if I have a tiny screwdriver, but I have a screwdriver. Does it fit? Ooh. It is doing it. I would like to think that if there is a battery in here, that it isn't in here. Because batteries, of course, if this is now as old as I think it is, which is old, if there is a battery in there, there could be trouble. Okay, are those the only two screws? I think so. Come on. Oh, okay. Um, okay, well, there is one wire. Oh, well, there's two wires that are not attached to anything. Interesting. And there is a thing here, but I don't think it's a battery. So it does look like whatever battery. I will hold this up. I don't want to drop it. I will hold this up. Anyway, here's the back of it. So there's two wires that are definitely not attached to anything, which is probably why maybe they solder onto the battery. I would suspect the battery there's a fairly large place indentation here where they probably go. Anyway, I'll have to look up more, but right at the moment, it's okay. It's just another Commodore relic. It's okay. And does it work? Who knows? Knowing Commodore and how long a lot of the things last, probably it's okay. So I will, with great care, line things up, put in the screws, so that it is then complete. Alright, snug, but not until things snap. Oh dear, did I not get... Oh dear. Why do something once when you can do it twice? I did not get the front whatever things in place. Let's try that again. Alright, so this comes off, and then it goes over. There's like two little clips on the front. Oh no, there's little, okay, no, it goes in. Okay, it's not like that. It goes in and there. Now it is in position. Excellent. All right. Da, 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 da. All right. So the calculator is back together. And if I'll give it another hold over here. Oh, so here's the back. You can see the model number and other things involved in it. And then there's the front. Looks like a scientific calculator of some description. Lovely. Anyway, I will take that as soon as I am done with this. I'll take it downstairs and put it in the pet room with some other calculators that are there. And perhaps one day I'll see if I can get it figured as to what sort of charger it would need. Because actually, without a battery and just with the charger plugged in, if it works, you would think it would work. And the battery, of course, means that you don't have to have the wire attached. But anyway, I will work on that. So there is a Commodore calculator, not in a case. Came from Commodore. Anyway, all right, I'll put that over here. And I see that somebody is trying to send me a message. And what else? I don't think there's anything else of vast significance there at the moment. Anyway, so yes, you know, things follow me home. They do. I try not to let it happen, but they happen. So, and this computer, the 64, it's still got Frogger. It's a cartridge Frogger sitting there. And at some point, I will set up the camera aiming over there and see about filming some of the screen. I did notice the last couple things I did. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know. They look maybe a little bright, even though that's not really set up very bright. So I'll try and be bright to figure it out. So thanks so much for coming. We'll see you again soon. From the box room, David Bradley, signing off. Oh, it's also known as the Twilight Zone. It is. Bye for now.